Okay, number one, the y's will cancel out. We don't need to do any multiplication. Negative 6 plus 4, negative 2x, y's are gone. Now divide by negative 2. X is negative 2. I'll pick the top one. Doesn't really matter. Negative 6 times negative 2 is positive 12, so we're going to subtract 12 from both sides. 4 minus 12 is negative 8. Divide by 4, negative 2. Now on 2. This time nothing will cancel out. We can't turn a 4 into a 3. I could multiply both, but it'll be easier just to double everything on the top. And then just copy the bottom down. Now your x's cancel. 8 minus 3, 5y. 28 plus negative 23 is 5. Y is 1. I'll pick the top. 4 times 1, 4 minus 4. Divide by 5. 2. All right, number 3, we could either multiply by 3 or multiply by 2. Neither one's very tough. I'll multiply by 3 just because that's what came first. So multiply all those by 3. Now I'll just copy the bottom down. Now we'll go ahead and add. The x's cancel out. You get negative 10y equals negative 50. Divide by negative 10. Y is 5. I'll plug into the top. 10 times 5 is 50. Add 50. Divide 10. Now on 4, no matter what variable, we're going to have to multiply both. So, it's not really that big of a deal. Either way will work. I'm going to cancel the y's out, though, by multiplying the top by 5, bottom by 2. The x's wouldn't have been too bad. Would have multiplied the top by 5, the bottom by 6 to get 30s. And then 18 times 5 is 90. So negative 10x minus 10y, negative 30. Now your y's cancel. Divide by 20. X equals 3. I'll choose the top. Subtract 18. You get 0. 0 divided by 2 is still 0. All right. Now the bottom is substitution. So we substitute negative 2x plus 7 in for y, completely replacing it. Negative 4 times negative 2 plus 8 minus 28. 2, negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Add 28. Negative 10 plus 28 is 18. Divide by 6. 3. Plug that in. I'll use the top. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus 7. 1. Y equals 1. Oops. Now, substitution again. Replacing y with 6x minus 15 completely. Bring the 8x down, negative 5 times, so minus 30x, but then double negative, so be careful. That's going to make that 75. 8 minus 30 is negative 22 with the x. Then we'll minus 75. You get negative 66. Divide that by negative 22, you get 6 times 3 minus 15, 18 minus 15. Y is 3. And then on 7, it is another substitution, but this time it's x equals, so make sure you put it in for x. So we distribute 2y minus 3y, double negative 3 times 2 plus 6. 2 minus 3, negative 1y, or just negative y. Minus 6 from both sides. Divide by negative 1, 4. And then plug this 4 in. 4 minus 2, x is 2. Now, I had to remind a couple people how some of those work, but hopefully the 2 variable ones aren't that bad after doing all the 3 variable ones that we've done. Now on 8, now we're on the 3 variables, so let's take a look. X's, no matching numbers, same for the Y's. Oh, hey, look, the Z's. The Z's will be easiest to cancel out. I'll add the first and the second one, A and B. Don't forget to label these either. So we get 5x minus 5y, Z's cancel, equals 5. Now let's do B plus C, because I got to use, A plus C, negative and a positive, since I have to use C. 3 minus 6, negative 3x, negative 3 plus 8 plus 5y. The z's cancel. Then you get negative 5. Now we put these together to form a 2 variable system. And hey, nice, these cancel right out. 2x equals 0. Divide by 2, 0 divided by 2, still 0. Pick one of these two, doesn't matter, I'll pick the bottom one. 3 times 0, that's just gone, that's 0. Divide by 5. Y is negative 1. Now we got to go and pick one of the originals up here to solve for y. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll do the top one. Nope, excuse me, not to solve for y. Solve for z. My bad. I just realized I said that. 3 times 0 is gone. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. Minus 3 from both sides. Negative 2z equals 10. Divide by negative 2. Z is negative 5. And I wrote x. Sorry. Likewise on 9. Hey, the x's will cancel out. A, B, C. So I'll add A plus C first. 5 plus negative 5, that's gone. 4 plus 5, 9y. 4 minus 5 minus z. 15 minus 15 is 0. Now I got to use B, so I'll add B and C. 5 minus 5, that's gone. Negative 2 plus 5, that's 3. Y, 6 minus 5, positive Z. Hey, it equals 0 again. Now we put these on top of each other, put these together for a system. Those are gone. 12y equals 0. Divide by 12, you still get 0. Now, some of you were confused, thought you must have been doing something wrong, because when we go back, let's say I'll use this one, which is the bottom equation here. 3 times 0 is 0. So z is also equal to 0. All right, maybe I'll go back. I'll pick the top one. 5x. Y is 0. Z is 0. Those are zeros. Those are gone. Divide by 5. 3. The hardest time on this page some people had, they thought this would be too easy. So they thought they must have been doing something wrong. All right. Now on the back. These we're going to have to multiply. If we take a look, no common numbers. Well, hey, for the y's, we already have some will cancel out. Now, I saw a lot of people do this differently. I saw a lot of people just turn these all into 6s. That's fine. I'll just do it the way that I had went over it, though. First, I'm just going to add a and c so that the y's cancel out. Negative 8 plus 3, negative 5x. Y's cancel. 6 plus 3, 9z. Negative 27. Now, I need to cancel the y out in b, and it's 6, positive 6. So I'm going to use the negative 2, and I have to multiply it by 3. So I'm going to do b plus 3c. Now, since I'm multiplying, I'm going to write these down. 3c, so 9x minus 6y plus 9z equals negative 21. So your y's cancel out. 11x plus 13z equals negative 39. Now we'll put these together. Well, we're going to have to multiply both equations. These are already opposites, and they're smaller, so I'll multiply the top by 11 and bottom by 5. So we get negative 55x plus 99z. And then negative 297. On the bottom, positive 55x plus 65z. Negative 195. X's cancel. 164z. Negative 492. Divide. Z is negative 3. Now use one of these equations, which are also right there, instead of the ones with the bigger numbers. Not really a big deal anyway, but so 11x plus 13 times negative 3. 13 times negative 3 minus 39. Add 39. we get 0. Divide by 11, 0. Now go up. We got to find a value for y. I'll choose the middle one. No real reason. Two times 0 is 0, so that's gone. 6y minus 4 times 3 is 12. And that was a plus. Add 12, 6y equals negative 6. Divide, negative 1. All right. Now 11. On 11, and I saw this one done a variety of different ways here. I'm going to use the C's. C's easy to turn into a 6 and to a 2. So I'll do the top one. Wow. Here, I'll stick with my labeling, and I'll label this 1, 2, 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 2 times equation 1 and add it to equation 3. So 4a plus 2b plus 2c equals negative 8. And then here, copy this one down. Now, whoa, what happens? 2 variables canceled right out. This kind of confused people, even though it's actually easier. You'll see why in a minute. I can already solve for b. Divide by negative 3, it's negative 2. Now, we need to plug this into a 2-variable equation. We don't have one. Both of the a's and c's here canceled out, so we got to go and do what we would have had to do anyway. Now I have to use equation 2, and I want to cancel out a positive 6. So I'm going to do equation 2, then I'm going to multiply equation 3 by 3 this time. So here's equation 2. I'm going to multiply equation 3 by 3. Negative 6a minus 17b. The c's are gone. And then you got negative 14 plus 42 is 28. Now I needed a 2-variable system or equation here, and I got it. So now I'm going to plug b into this one. So the only difference is now, instead of having two 2-variable equations, I got an answer and then a 2-variable equation. So I have to solve this system. Oops. I'm just going to plug in my negative 2. Negative 6a double negative, so that's plus 34. Subtract 34. Divide. So again, negative 17 times negative 2, positive 34. I minused it from both sides. Got my A. Now we'll go back and we'll find C. I'll probably use the top equation, 2 times 1. B is negative 2. 2 minus 2. Hey, 2 minus 2 is gone, so C is just negative 4. All right. And now the quadratic and linear systems. Remember, this y minus 1 is equal to x, so I'm going to put it in for x. I saw some people doing this backwards. So just be careful. That's equal to x. So it's going in for x. This, if we write it out twice, y squared minus y minus another y, be careful, then double negative, plus 1. Two y squareds minus 1y minus another 1y, that's minus 2, plus 2y over here. So those are all gone. They all cancel each other out. 1 minus 1 is gone, leaves you with minus 98. Now, the first thing you always look for when you factor is a GCF. It's 2. And I think it's been a while, but this is dots. Y plus 7. Oops. Y minus 7. So the two answers we get are negative 7 and 7. X is y minus 1. That's super easy to use. So we got negative 8 and 6. $13. Well, on 13, we got to pick a variable to solve for. Y squared, but there's no x squared, there's just x. So if I solve for x instead, I don't have to do double distribution, which makes it just a little bit easier. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Either way will work, but this way I have less work. Might as well do that. Less room for a silly mistake to mess us up. 3y squared minus 18y minus 18 plus 45. Then we get negative 18 plus 45. 27. GCF of 3. Three times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6, but they're both minuses. Hey, but then this is nice. There's only one answer. Y equals 3. And then x is y plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. All right. Now for the next two, I just need to snag a charged calculator. All right. So we type the equations in. X squared, excuse me, minus 3, 0.5x. Graph it. We want the positive x coordinate. So second, calc, the trace button. Choice 5 intersect. Yup, blue 1. Yup, red 1. I want the positive x, which is to the right, so I move my guess closer to it. X equals 2. Rounding nearest 10th, we didn't have to. Same question basically on the second one. Don't forget where these absolute value is. Math over the num. Oop, now there's glare. So math over the num. Choice 1. Type it out just like you have it written. Negative x squared plus 6. This time it says find the solutions, just the x coordinates. So there are 2. Second calc, intersect. Yup, blue one. Yup, red one. Let's get the negative first. Move it closer. There we go. To the 10th, negative 1.8. Second calc, choice 5 again. Yup, blue and red. Move your guess back over. There we go. And that one is 1.3. Now 16. Matrix on your calculator. So second matrix, over to edit, 3 by 4, unless all that's already filled in. 1, negative 1, 4, negative 19. Negative 1, 4, 5, negative 23, 3, 2, 1, 3. Quit out of there, second quit. Back to second matrix, over to math, RREF, RREF, second matrix. So 2, 1, negative 5. Second matrix, over to edit. We'll type over all this. 2, 6, 3, negative 19, 2, negative 6, 2, negative 2, negative 3, negative 5, negative 1, second. Second quit. Second matrix, over to math, choice B, RREF, second matrix. Again, I put it in matrix A, so 1, negative 1, negative 5. All right. Now, all we're doing here, putting 3 in for T. You can type this in, or if you do it out with the order of operations, that'll be 27, 3 to the third power, 27 minus 9, 18. 3. You can type this in if you want. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. The absolute value of 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And then make sure if you use your calculator on 20, put parentheses around this. This should be 25. Your calculator will give you negative 25 if you don't put parentheses around it. Inverses, forget about the of n part. Swap your variables. Minus 4, divide by negative 4. Now this one doesn't say anything about y equals mx plus b or anything like that, so we'll just leave it. Stick that back on, put the negative 1. Done. 22. Function operations. F minus g, but I got to put parentheses around g to make sure I minus all of it, to make sure it's all subtracted. X squared minus 4x minus 2 minus 3 minus 5. So 23, h of t is 4t plus 1 plus 5 times g. Well, got to multiply all of g by 5, so I got to use parentheses. Plus 15t squared plus 10 plus 5t. We want our 15t squared first. 5t, I said. 4t plus 5t is 9t. And then 10 plus 1 is 11. 24, same idea, 5 times g. Negative 10n minus 5 plus 6n squared plus 2n. When you do all that distribution, we want our 6n squared first. Negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8n. Bring that 5. And on 25, that's a time sign. Make sure you use parentheses. 4x cubed plus 5x squared plus 4x plus 5. Can't combine any like terms. That one's done. One-to-one function passes the horizontal line test. That one's a no. This one passes the horizontal line test, and it's a function, so yes. 28, even though it would pass the horizontal line test, in order for it to be a one-to-one function, it's got to be a function, which it isn't because it fails the vertical. So that one's a no. Simplifying rational expression, a fraction with the polynomials. Factor everything you can factor. Can't factor the top. The bottom, 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. Those cancel. Got to have something for the top, so put a 1 there. One more. Long division here. There won't be any remainder. And this is review. 8 times 9 would be 72. Don't forget to distribute 8 times 5, 40x squared. This is always minus, so those cancel. 22 minus 40, negative 18x squared. Bring the 80 down. Got to multiply that by negative 2x. Those are gone. Be careful. It's 80 double negative 10 plus 10. Multiply by 10. No remainder. That's your answer. All right.